Hi there, I'm Nina, People Lead here at HiPeople, and today we are going to take a look at how to make sure your candidate references are legal, compliant, and most of all, fair. Let's go. In short, yes, but it also really depends on how you do them. The law is pretty black and white when it comes to how companies should and do process employee data, and obviously for good reason. Following what the GDPR says about this in Article 4.11 is key, and that is consent. You need to inform your candidates that you're going to check their references and collect their consent. When you collect someone's references, you're collecting their personal data and you're potentially also collecting the data of the referee as well. The GDPR requires that you have a legal basis to collect and process this data, this information. It's important to remember that to be completely GDPR compliant, employee reference checks must fall within a reasonable privacy expectation. This means questions shouldn't be personal, discriminatory, or otherwise irrelevant to the candidate's performance in the workplace. Candidates may refuse to provide a reference for a number of reasons, including privacy, fear of receiving a negative review from a manager or colleague, or they might also be worried about having their current employer contacted and the potential that this could backfire on them if they're not successful later in the process. This might seem like a red flag to the talent acquisition team because the candidate or the referee could have something to hide. So where do you stand legally if a candidate declines a reference check or fails to provide adequate references? So generally speaking, there are many legal reasons why a candidate can be disqualified from the interview process, as long as they are not based on protected characteristics or discriminatory. They're valid reasons. Sometimes hiring teams make a conditional offer based on satisfactory reference checks. If these terms are not met or the candidate receives a bad reference check, then the organization has the legal right to withdraw the offer. However, before rejecting a candidate based on a negative reference, you must make sure that that negative reference does not contain any details that could be considered discriminatory. For example, if the bad reference check highlighted a candidate's long-term illness, disability, Backdoor references. So they are often carried out to gather broader information about a candidate. They fall under the same laws as a reference check. So they're not illegal when carried out with the candidate's full knowledge and consent, that you'll reach out to former colleagues in their network, but that's not to say that they're necessarily ethical. Also, they could undermine the relationship of trust and transparency that you do have with your candidate, even before they're starting at your organization. Backdoor references are not the most accurate way to find out about your candidate because the insights you gather might be biased, factually incorrect, and collecting these references might also put the candidate's current job at risk. Well, that's it for me on the legalities of candidate references. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you read further down and gather all the details that we've got through our blog. If you have any questions for us, please feel free to reach out and have a demo for yourself. Catch you later.